What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Ashley.
Josh!
And Jeff is outside, but he's coming. So what are we doing today, Josh?
We are wasting time. Tons and tons of times we have wasted today. Haven't done anything. We put together a tube bender and we're trying to figure out temporary better cage for Jeff.
Yes.
So that's our plan for today.
And we're trying to come up with a better cage for Jeff because we're going to Ivy Branch next weekend.
Yeah.
And
if you guys have ever been to Ivy Branch, it's a legit place.
it is pretty gnarly.
Yeah, good chance of rolling over.
Jeff came close twice last week.
So
somewhere else. So
he's been running the whole like stock cage for a year now, and it's always kind of sketchy, especially with how we will, because you never know what's going to happen. Because like these stock cages are all tied into the windshield, and when these things roll over, this whole windshield will just come down right on the driver and passenger, whoever's in the Jeep. So you've got some sanctions from, I think, Genright. I don't know.
yep, they're genright sanctions.
It doesn't matter. They're all the same, right? So you got some sanctions from genright. So we're trying to get the sanctions in there, and then we're gonna start building some tube.
That way he can disconnect the windshield.
Yep.
He can even take it all the way off if he wants to.
Yep.
But trying to make it stronger, and then eventually he's going to put in a whole full customized roll cage. But this will at least get him through this year if he doesn't get a chance to build the cage till next winter.
Right.
And then he won't have to worry about being down for any of the trips this year. So all that's left to do is get to building.
Building time.
Jeffrey's back.
I'm back.
So Jeff, are you prepared to do all this work?
No. I have no clue what I'm doing. This thing's confusing. No, I'm just not in far enough.
There you go. So step one for this build is to get those sanctions? Stanchions? Sorry, not sanctions. You did call them sanctions.
Well, we wasted half of the day getting the tube bender put together.
Yep. And then we had to drive to our house, which is 40 minutes away, to go grab tube. So, because we talked Jeff into building more of a cage than what he really wanted to right now. Sorry, Jeffy. It'll be better in the long run, though. So, getting these test fitted, that way they can weld it all together, put the feet in. That way we could start attaching some tube to the plate right here. So, let's get to it. So, they're coming up with a game plan. So, what we want to do is from that plate, we're going to run a piece of tube up to this tube from the roll bar on both sides.
Are you sure these are the right bolts?
Yeah.
So essentially making kind of like A-pillars. Then doing a crossbar all the way across the top of the windshield and then down along the bottom of the windshield.
And then a V.
And then a V. Which way are you going to go with your V, Jeff? Upside down or right side up?
The right way.
Not the genright way where they put it in backwards.
And then I believe he's going to do some type of bar from the front bar to this bar here. So a lot of people are going to ask, why are we tying this into the stock cage? Is this tube going to be tough enough to handle a rollover?
No, everybody says this tube is trash. But what they don't know, this is 2 1/4? 2 1/2 in the back.
2 1/4, yeah.
2 1/4.
2 1/4 in the back. And their thick wall is probably dang close to 120 wall. And then up here is probably 1 3/4 inches probably.
Probably.
And it's still going to be that thick 120 wall. And like this stuff is all designed, even if 1992, it still had to meet some kind of safety standards. I would assume. I was 4 years old, so I would think they still had safety back in 1992. So I think it's all fine. You just gotta reinforce a couple parts of it, and then you can run it and lay it on its side, and you're not gonna get hurt.
It's not gonna collapse the windshield then, at least. And it's not gonna collapse on me.
So another thing we realized was Jeff's still not going to be able to put his windshield down.
Oh well.
Because the top 2 bolts go into the windshield.
Yep.
All right. So we got one side fitted,
Gluten tight.
Guten tight in there. And then just over there, he did a slight little bit of grinding because there's a whole bunch of silicone down there, I guess.
There's a new floor down there.
A new floor.
From the previous owner. And it just wow, I can talk. Took a little modifying.
So Jeff is getting his side in. Oh, we got the passenger side in with minimal problem.
Minimal problems.
But this driver's side here wants to give us all the troubles in the world.
The problem is we let Jeff take this side all by himself and just struggle.
That was mean of you. You're still struggle busing yourself.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Are you having fun yet?
No.
And
It's a
then,
miracle I even put this thing together, honestly.
and then eventually we might be able to run some tubes.
Hopefully.
All day. We're like 7 or 8 hours into this now.
It is 8:07 at night.
So yep, 8, 9 hours into it and
No
got nothing done.
tube run yet. You look so happy right now, Jeff.
Yeah, we're like over 9 hours in and we can finally cut our first piece of tube.
That angle?
We need this right here.
Oh, like a 25 degree.
Huh?
Yeah.
So we were trying to figure out what degree we need to have it come off of this perch to go up to that pillar up there.
Yep.
And Josh is over here trying to measure it and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? To me, it kind of looks like a 25 degree.
Guess who's right? Yep. Not me. It's Ashley.
I
She's
guessed
always
it
right.
good. So Jeff's over there. We're going to cut, what, 20 inches?
18 and a half.
18 and a half length.
And measure.
We're going to notch the top because the short side measures 16 and a half.
Yeah, 17 inch.
So the long side would be like a 17-ish. But we're going to cut 18 and a half, notch the top, get that in there, mark where we need to do because we can always shave the flat part. So what kind of tube are we using?
It's a 3/4, 120 volt. Oh, that's a door.
I was going to say, that's a glass door too. Getting close.
That's okay. How's it look with the angle on it on the other side? Is it too long still?
What, like this?
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, dude, that's pretty dang good.
Almost.
Just
You
gotta
get a
take the
slight little
tops
gap
off of it.
in the bottom.
This part?
Still got a gap, yeah, on the bottom of it.
Yeah. Well, I think it'll raise it up when I get this part right.
Okay. Yeah.
It will set where I need it. Yeah. Let's get real
That's
close.
looking good.
It's only been about 20 test fittings.
He's gonna get this done in like 2 test fits if you take like 19 or 20 away.
I've been grinding on this thing for about 6 hours now.
Maybe an hour.
But we finally have it fitting and staying pretty close to that window line. It only took a lot of work because I don't know what I'm doing yet.
The next one's gonna be super good.
The next one will take like half the time. All right, now we can make a little template and make the next one.
Yep, we're getting there.
Off a little bit and then it'll be, ouch, it's hot still. Yeah, just round that off and it'll fit a lot better.
So we got both sides done.
Your beer's on the left.
Well,
Okay.
mocked up. Jeff just tacked this side in real quick just to hold it there. Josh is holding the other side, but we got to get the welder and everything around there. That way Jeff can tack that in. That wasn't a very good tack. Are you okay, Josh?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Did you get burnt?
I didn't even,
Terrible tack. You want to knock that off now?
yeah, I kind of do. That's probably like the worst tack I've ever made.
Probably should have had me tack it. It holds.
That was a lot better.
Stayed that time. That already looks like a V.
It's starting to look almost like a cage.
Yeah.
Only 8 hours.
Yeah.
All right, so it's been a couple days since Josh and Ashley have been here. I've been working a little bit on this cage, trying to get a couple bars put in. So far, I've got this top one put in place and the bottom one. And I'm gonna get that welded in and then work on put a V down here and then get one put up on the top. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I got the vertical bars welded in. So I'm gonna start working on tacking in the rest of it. Then I'll end up dropping the window down and weld it all in. All right, so I just finished welding this. The welds are not very pretty at all. Some of these spots were really, really tough to get into. I was gonna try and TIG weld it, but as soon as I turned my TIG welder on, it started spraying coolant out of the coolant line, so I need to replace that. Now I'm gonna start working on the V-bars and keep moving on with this. All right, so it's Tuesday night, I think close to about 8:30 right now. We leave for Ivy Branch Friday, so I need to get this cage done. I got everything welded up, and I got the V put in place. So next, I need to work on the part above my head. So let's get to it. All right, so it's after 9:30 now. I got the V welded in, and now I need to work on the top of the cage. I'm gonna put a little bend in there so I don't hit my head on it.
All right, y'all, that is it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. I'm gonna go over some things real quick because it's been probably like 4 months since Jeff last recorded anything for this video, so I'm not too sure what he covered until I start to edit it, which is happening now. So let me show you what we did and what he did and how it worked, but it worked pretty well for the whole year. All right, so I think last I was here, we put these in with the sanctions or stanchions?
Yeah, the stanchions.
Oh, that's so blurry. That's Cam Daddy. So he did the sanctions, did the V-bar, and this crossbar. And then this tube up here is all the factory tube still, just welded in there. So it's all factory. And then he welded it back here. I don't want to rip it all apart, but that's all welded back there. And then he put the harness bar in there for his seats. So I think last you would have saw it, he didn't have these nice seats in there or anything else like that. It was kind of still the crappy stock seats. So it's a lot of stuff he did, and he will it last 4 months or longer without any problems.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's been in now.
Yeah, it's been a
few months now.
Yeah. Oh, and he did this bar too. So that is how you do a poor man's roll cage. It works. I mean, like all that stuff is fine, the stock bars. But like he said, this winter, he's going to try to do a full cage, and hopefully get over here and record a full cage. Because we'll have finishing his build as far as the cage, and then we'll do the TJ LJ thing build with the cage. So there's going to be a lot of tubes being bent this winter. All right, guys. Hope
Basically,
you guys.
I need to get my own tube bender now.
We can still share. All right, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Thanks, Jeff, for doing the rest of the recording to finish up the video. And hope to see you guys later. Adios.
Bye. Bye.